hi. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to post the questions and I will answer them. I am going to be doing today a little bit different, so I'll be happy to answer your questions as we go. But I will start with, we're going to talk about advanced maternal age. So go ahead and grab your tea and join me. I am Denise Noyer-Erez, and I am known as the Fertility Godmother, and I'm super excited to be with you here today as we talk about advanced maternal age, or getting pregnant when you're older, because a lot of the women I see, and a lot of women nowadays, are waiting until things are, just right, whether you just met your honey later on in life, or maybe you are trying to move on with your career and get everything settled. Maybe you're trying to get your financials settled. Whatever it was, you ended up waiting, and all of a sudden, let's say you're 40 years old. Maybe advanced maternal age is now, I love this name, by the way, don't take that on. It's anything above 35. 35 is really young. I think 35 is young. So what you really want to look at is what's going on with your body and your health, and what can you do to improve it. So that's going to be my recommendation to you, and we'll be talking a little bit about that as I share a story about somebody who's had advanced maternal age who came to see me. She was 40, well, she is, she is, I think, did she turn 41? She's 40 years old now when she got pregnant, and let me back up a little bit. So what happened was, she came in, she was settled in her career, and she all of a sudden woke up and felt, oh my God, I want to have a baby. Like, it wasn't part of her plan originally. I know there's a lot of you that always wanted to be a mom, but this particular woman, she was a career woman, and all of a sudden she woke up at 40 and said, I want to have a family. And she got really nervous because she's an educated woman, she's a successful woman, and she knew that there was a lot of barriers in her way. So she reached out to me, and she came to me after she saw her reproductive endocrinologist, who said, you have advanced maternal age. You only have, if you're familiar with the testing, an AMH of 0.02. And there's no chance for you to get pregnant, a really small chance. We have to go right to IVF. And it's not something she wanted to do. So she had to wrap her head around that, and she reached out to me, and we worked together. And first of all, let's just talk about that AMH level of 0.02. If you know about AMH, they like it way above one, right? But she has 0.02, which means you can get an idea. She only had maybe 1 or 2 eggs total per cycle. So she was running low on her reserve, on her egg reserve. And that's something you should know about, what is your egg reserve, so you can look at your options and know and prepare your body so that you can get pregnant and be healthy. And what happened is, we worked together. She did my Prepare for Pregnancy Fertility Cleanse. She did her herbs that I prescribed for her. She got really healthy. She worked on her mindset and went from feeling like it was impossible for her to get pregnant and trying to deal with that loss and disappointment, to now she's going to be delivering in a couple weeks. She's going to be delivering her baby. And it's so exciting. And I share that with you because I want you to know that as long as you have eggs, as long as your body still has eggs left, there's no reason why you can't get pregnant. But what it may take for you is more effort. You may have to fine tune things differently. You may have to work a little bit harder, take more supplements, not splurge as much. You're going to have to put in a little bit more effort. And I was just doing an interview this morning with a patient, and he shared with me, or the husband of the wife shared with me, something that from working together and realizing that this journey of the fertility journey was a journey that showed them things that they may have taken for granted and not taken a look at. He was talking specifically about his health. And maybe he said you can get away with things for a certain amount of time, But then there's a point where you can't get away with it any longer. So maybe there's something for you to do that you can do differently, whether it's diet, supplements, your mindset, getting your partner involved. It's so important though, because when you get your body in alignment and you get everything functioning optimally and you do its best, then you're going to definitely have a better chance of getting pregnant, and probably a good chance of getting pregnant as long as you have eggs. So if you're in menopause, that's a different story, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about if you're just starting to if you're just starting to try to get pregnant, or whether you've been trying for years and it hasn't happened yet. What can you do to get your body normal? So I hope that story you find inspiring, because I think it's quite amazing. You really want to make sure that you're doing everything you can to optimize your health. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to post them and I can answer some of them. I'm happy to do that. Or we can just continue to share. And I do have a free gift for you. You can go, she's been trying for 3 years. Hi. Oh, you have PCOS. Okay. PCOS. We'll have to set up a time to talk about PCOS. Right now we're talking about advanced maternal age, but I'm happy to talk to you. I think you made a consultation appointment with me, right? Or we're trying to do that? Nabu? Yeah. Hi, my husband and I started trying in late January. No yet, but trying to keep faith. That's a really good point, because keeping faith makes a huge difference. And just believing that doesn't mean that you can't be disappointed. It doesn't mean that you can't be disappointed, but because of course you're disappointed. How can you not be when your period comes or you get that negative pregnancy test? It's not about that, but it's about how long you stay and keep doing the faith. But you also, it's not just about faith, right? You have to take the steps in your body to make them really healthy and make everything in balance. It's really important that you keep your body in balance as well. So it's not just doing all the right things with eating, and it's not just doing all the right things by being positive and keeping the faith. You have to do them together so that everything is in alignment with you. Sandra says, I've been struggling to try to get pregnant for 6 years. Do you know why, Sandra? Do you know you have a diagnosis, or do you know what's going on? Oh, your period's irregular, right? You're taking metformin. That's good. That's good for you, Nabu. So for PCOS, metformin can be really helpful to help regulate your periods. It's one way you can do it. There's also diet and exercise and things like that. What tips are for? Oh, this is fun. Okay, what tips for prenatals do you recommend? Well, that's a really great question. So you want to be on a good prenatal vitamin, and you want to be on your vitamins and supplements for at least 3 months, minimum of 3 months before you try to conceive. And a good prenatal vitamin will be something that you want to look at labels. If you're not getting them from a physician or your health practitioner, then you want to make sure that it has what's called a GMP stamp, which stands for Good Manufacturing Practice, or an NSF stamp, which is more of an international branding. But at least it gives you some level of, sorry, I'm a little, I get squirrely, low egg reserve. Okay, I'll talk to you about, sorry. See, okay, let me get focused. I'm kind of squirrel. Okay, I don't know. Anyways, maybe you didn't get that joke. So a prenatal vitamin is, you really want to make sure that it has good ingredients, that it's absorbed. So you want to look for, like, one of the tests that I like to use is if you're looking at the back and you're looking at the vitamin B12 or B6, you want it to be like a methyl or folate. You want it to be a methyl form, methylfolate or folate. You don't want it to be like a folic acid or cyanocobalamin. That's going to be a better quality vitamin for you. And then you want to get the stamp. And sometimes they don't have it, but you can website a good prenatal, and they'll tell you that they have a certification process so that you know that the vitamins are going to be absorbed. You know what you're getting is in it, you don't want to have anything that has too many fillers. So if you look at the back and it has a ton of ingredients that you don't know what's in it, if it has some like dyes in it, or if it has aluminum in it, probably not a good one to take. Hey, let's see. Okay, Nabu is taking letrozole. Okay, so that's all about the PCOS. Got it. I can't wait to talk to you, Nabu, so I can really dive deep in and hear what's going on. No, I think we're talking soon, I hope. Sandra, so you have low egg reserve. So the question then would be, sometimes if you have low egg reserve, you want to ask, maybe there's a different question to ask, and not, so this is where you have to have faith and also take action. So that maybe there's something you can tweak to really have good egg quality and not worry so much about how many eggs you have, but really focusing on the quality, and get your partner involved to really have, so that you can have him help that with the sperm quality, so that, because if both of you are really in alignment and really have strong eggs and sperm, it's going to be so much helpful than if you're working hard and his sperm quality isn't that good. And a semen analysis doesn't measure everything. It doesn't measure the DNA, the fragmentation, the epigenetics. So even if on the surface it looks good, that doesn't mean that he's can free and do everything. Hopefully he's healthy as well, so that his sperm can, I like to say, just guys like this, to be the hero. We want them to really be the hero. And as the egg assesses the sperm, if there's a lot of damage to that sperm, then, and it already fertilized, it's gonna miscarry. Right? That's the point of natural selection. So you would definitely want both partners to work on that. So those are some great questions. I hope you found that really helpful. And if you would like to have a free consultation, a 20-minute free consultation, you can click on the link in my bio or click in the description above, and we can set something up if you need a little bit more guidance. But in the meantime, you want to make sure that you are doing the things that you can do to support your egg quality, and don't worry so much about how many eggs you have. Really just know that you have them and really lean in and focus on that. And that's where the belief on taking action on your health really work hand in hand. So important. Oh, Maddie, what is a good dose for CoQ10 for helping with egg quality? Oh, that's a great question. So the studies are showing this. I'm going to give you general information. The studies are showing you want to take anywhere between 300 milligrams to 600 milligrams. I think the 600 milligrams was because it was not high quality CoQ10. So again, with supplements, there's different qualities about how they absorb in your body. So I think 600 was not highly absorbable, not good quality. So I would say probably about 300 milligrams a day for the CoQ10. And you want to spread it out so that your body can actually absorb it. Really important. Good question. Thank you. Thank you. Well, this is fun. I'm going to give anybody else have any more questions? Okay, well, super fun seeing you. We will be here next week on the Tea with the Fertility Godmother at 1:30, where I can answer your questions, and we'll have a little discussion on what we're going to be talking about next week. And we can help you with that. Which brand is good for CoQ10? Oh, hi, Melina. Other tips to improve egg quality? Yes. So the brands I like to carry are Theralogics is a good one. You can get through a practitioner online. Theralogics. You want to do something that's oil-based, not a powder. I don't know all the brands. I just know the brands that I carry that I like. Sorry, so you have to do a little bit of research on that. But I think you can order Theralogics online. It's a good quality and it's a decent price. I really like them a lot. Other tips to improve egg quality. So we talked about, yes, Melina, I have in my bio, in the link in my bio, a whole bunch of resources there, and there's a 90 days to improve a quality checklist. You can definitely download that for free and get some deeper tips, but really focusing on supplements, diet, mindset. It's going to be huge. So, and I had talk a lot about diet and eating habits. It really makes a huge difference. So, and I'm happy to. I have thorn. I love thorn. Thorn is great. Yes, thorn is a great vitamin, you guys. If you like thorn, I think you can buy them online now. Thorn is a great vitamin. So, hi, Mohammed. Uh, what are good vitamins to drink and to increase egg quality? To increase eggs. Okay, so you can't really increase eggs. You can increase the amount of eggs you have. Women are born with all their eggs. And all that you can do is really take care of them and make them healthy. So you can do things like acupuncture, acupressure to help stimulate the ovaries and to help the function better. And if you increase the function, they might be able to produce more because they're functioning better. But unfortunately, you can't just magically create more eggs. You only have what your body has. So that's actually really important for you, because I don't want you to fall into a trap where somebody shows that they can say that they can make more eggs. Sometimes you can produce because you already have them, but they didn't magically disappear. Just more focusing on the function. I hope that makes sense for you. So, um, what else did I? How do I? Okay, so other tips. Melina, I'm just trying to remember what I spoke about already, but I'm going to probably just repeat myself. So we're going to talk about eating habits, diet. Those are going to make a big difference. So if you have time to really focus on improving egg quality, it's going to take at least 3 months to really improve egg quality, because what happens is your body doesn't actually ovulate the egg that it produced for 3 months. So that didn't sound right, I don't think. So what happens is your body starts producing an egg 3 months before you're ready to ovulate. And just during that time is your window of opportunity to really increase the health of that egg. And sometimes it can take longer. Sometimes it can take 6 months, but you want to give it a minimum of 3 months to really do things. And so usually what I do with the people I work with is I'll do a prepare for pregnancy fertility cleanse. And then we put them on some supplements. And the supplements for egg quality are like Maddie mentioned, the coenzyme Q10 are going to be really helpful. Antioxidants to protect your eggs, vitamin A, C, and E, resveratrol. Those are all going to be really helpful. You're going to want to make sure that your vitamin D levels are healthy at a good normal range. And I like them on the higher end of normal. So important for your fertility and for all of your health, your immune system, which we definitely want to be mindful of our immune system right now. Zinc is really important. Those are all going to be really good things for you to be mindful of. I do Chinese medicinal herbs, or I like to call them my little magic potions. But they taste horrible, but they work really well because it helps produce ATP in a cell, which helps energize the cell. So you can imagine the healthier you are, the healthier your ovaries are going to be, the healthier your eggs are going to be. So that's why it's so important. So avoiding alcohol and drug use and smoking, all those things that are really toxic not only to your health, but toxic to your ovaries and the sperm quality. I got a formula from you for egg quality, and I'm taking 1 packet daily. Is it enough, or should I take more than 1 pack? Maddie, maybe you and I should hop on a call. I think I usually recommend you take 1 pack twice a day for those formulas. Let's see. What are some good foods to eat to prepare our bodies to get pregnant? So that's another great question. I love that question. It's not that horrible. Okay. So in order for the foods that you want to eat to prepare your body to get pregnant are lots of green vegetables. So it's going to really depend on your body type, honestly, and what's going on. So I'm making general statements here, but I like to dive in and find deeper what's going on with your body. So from a Chinese medical point of view, we look at the holistic body, and everybody, even if you have, like we're talking about getting pregnant when you're older right now. So even though all of you are wanting to get pregnant and you may be older, you still have different experiences, you eat differently, everything's been very different for you. So we take a look at that. So for example, in general, you want to eat a lot of green vegetables. Okay, lots of greens, because what you want to do is oxygenate your blood, get those nutrients, the phytonutrients, the antioxidants from that. And then there also may be, I'm a big proponent when you're trying to get pregnant of eating, grass-fed beef or bone broth to really get the nutrients, because you need a lot of blood. You need to build up your blood to be able to make a baby, and it's so important. But there's also different foods depending on if you're hot or if you're cold, right? You want to make sure that you're having a balance of the different types of foods. So for the point of everybody, you want to take a look at your plate and have a little bit of protein, a little bit of carb, and a half of your plate should be vegetable. And you want to do like high quality grains, not refined carbs, not simple sugars. You definitely don't want to be doing that. Yeah. I hope that was helpful for you. Sandra, I have also a link in the description here. You can check out. I have a whole Fertility Godmother's Guide to the Ultimate Diet to help you get pregnant. It goes into a little bit more detail on that. And if that's something you need help with, I'm happy to guide you with that as well. So, okay, Mohammed, you're beautiful. Thank you, Mohammed. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you. How do you increase sperm quality and counting? Good question. So same thing. You want to eat healthy, take some supplements, and you can do acupuncture for that. There's but you need to make sure, like, what's the problem? Why is there a decrease in sperm quality? There's a whole list. Do I have that? I'm gonna make you a little checklist about sperm quality. If we don't have one, we might have one. We have many resources. Check out my resources link and see if there's something there that can help you about sperm quality more in depth. Fun, you guys. Okay, so sperm quality. I'm just gonna go for it right now, just because I'm seeing if there's any other questions, and then I'm gonna say goodbye and see you guys next week. So usually you increase sperm quality and sperm count again by eating and diet, but there's a lot of other things that you want to make sure you're watching out for. Like, make sure the cell phone's not in the front pocket. Make sure there's no smoking, no drugs, not too much alcohol. Those are going to be things that can be really helpful. Seeds are really helpful for male sperm quality. You definitely, and high quality fats, lots of antioxidants, and that's going to be really helpful for you. Okay, check it out. Okay. All right, you guys. It's so fun to see you. I really enjoyed this episode of Tia, the Fertility Godmother. I did. I hope you did, and you found it helpful. Make sure you check out the resources so we can support you. And if you are interested in having some more help, if you're ready for that, you can reach out to me, and I would love to help you no matter where you are in the world. And Nabu, I know I'm going to be seeing you soon. I'm really excited to support you. All right, you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Sandra. Mwah. Here's to your health, your fertility, your future baby. And I'll see you next week.